I felt crazy, like literally, like I felt like I was the only one who exists. I felt like I had a disease because like wherever I went, people ran away or just ran away, just looking past me, looking through me. I felt alone. I actually pretended to be okay. Like I actually faked it because like after a while I was just like, you should just stop this. But then I was just like, nah, fake it, fake it. But yeah, that was disturbing. Terrible. I love all of you.
We love it too, man. We love it too. That was nice though. Um, have you ever been ghosted because of lack of internet or poor internet connection before? Mr. Perry.
I've been ghosted because of lack of internet data. I felt alone. I felt like I lost touch with the world. I felt I didn't know anything was going out there. So yes, for sure.
Okay. Mr. Young.
Yes, I have. I'm always scared of that. Like, just the idea that I won't know what's going around the world and just whatever opportunities I might miss out on. So, like, I felt so, like, I felt so alone and so, like, alone and just withdrawn or away from people. And that's just really scary because of lack of internet or data. So that's just something that there was multiple times I've felt it. So I'm someone that immediately I'm almost running out of data. I tend to like get something. I can't even wait even 2 hours is too much. So like I just want to be aware of what's going on and also the opportunity to get anything or to receive anything or just to know what's going on around me, both from my family members and everybody around me. So that's just something I've felt very
Amazing. Mr. Sami.
Okay. Being alone. Okay, literally, I would say I've been alone for the past 24 years. When it comes to...
No, let me read the question again. Have
Okay.
you ever been ghosted?
Ghosted
because of lack of internet or poor internet connection before?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Because back at home, we've always had network and there was always wireless.
Wow, beautiful. Amazing. Miss Sasuke.
Yes, I have been ghosted. On my birthday this year, my phone died and there was no lights, no way for me to charge my phone till about 5 p.m. And then when it came on, I still didn't have data. It felt so lonely, like, especially on a day like my birthday. Like, I was literally feeling invisible because that's the day I felt I should have been feeling a lot of love and all of that.
Yeah.
And it's not a nice feeling. Thank you.
Mr. Saga, yeah.
Okay, so I work offshore and sometimes we go to places where there's no phone network and all of that. Sometimes they miss our phone as we're going in. It's very disturbing, so you have to. Although I felt worse now when we were in isolation, but then it's a horrible feeling when you can't communicate with your friends, and I felt that when I'm offshore.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Alright, so with the model and the businessman, I'm always getting information about my businesses and about updates on fashion style or fashion events and whatever. And the way I recharge my phone, I charge it once, like 5,000 or thereabout. And once I subscribe and it's finished and I forget to check my balance, I can't subscribe again. So then I'm ghosted because I can't buy airtime along the street or something. And then I can't connect to my manager, I can't connect to any of my employees or check updates.
That
And
must be hard.
nah, that was not good at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Mr. Youssef.
Well, I've always had troubles buying data because it wasn't easy for me to buy data all the time because it zaps a lot. And I missed like 3 emails who were very, very important to me. A job email, I missed the first email coming here to Big Brother Nigeria, but
Wow, so
it
sad.
did a lot of favor for me.
Thank God you're here.
So yeah, thank God. I had to look for a way to buy data, and then all of a sudden I started to receive that email. Then I also missed my girlfriend's birthday because I was offline. So we had a real trouble, and at the end of the day she broke up with me.
I can imagine, man.
Yeah.
Mr. White Money.
So basically, yeah, with all the networks it's been a problem, but with Airtel never, because I always have like a star 141 as a standby, the Bigo plan. That has always been like my go-to to subscribe, because I get like a 7 gig when I do that 141 and go. So it's always on the standby because I'm a businessman and I get to upload stuff on my status and send stuff to get deliveries, get orders from clients. So that plan has always been like my side. So with Airtel, I've never ever missed like any data stuff like that because that's the 141. That's always by my side.
That's good to know. Thank you, Mr. Cross.
Thank you. Ghosted. Well, I would say it not really, because as they said, I'm currently always on the move. So because of that, I have an automatic data renewal. So once it's finished, it automatically renews itself. So because you never know where you'll be at a given time. So because of that, I kind of set it up so it automatically renews. And I think it's very, very sad, especially when you're in a place where network is kind of difficult to reach and you're trying to find bars and you're trying to connect to the world. So sometimes it can be quite frustrating. So yeah, definitely, once or twice I felt like that in a particular area. So yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Thank you.
Extremely. Thank you. Mr. J. Paul.
For me, I'm a content creator, so getting feedback from content that I create is really nice and positive for me. So during lockdown in 2020, COVID period, there was a particular time I couldn't afford to buy internet on a particular network, and it felt really depressing and invisible. I felt invisible for a long time. The fact that I could not be active on social media. And by the time I came, I realized that I had lost tons of followers and all that. So yeah, I felt invisible for a while.
Understandable. Mrs. British.
So my son was using a terrible network then, so it was difficult for me to reach him, and I just got him a new phone at that time. So that network was very terrible, and I used to talk to him like every day, 7 p.m. every day, that is weekly, and then weekends, 9 p.m. So it was really bad for me to reach him, and he's in Port Harcourt and in Lagos. So I had to get him Airtel. So when I got him Airtel, it was very easy for me to reach him. Before I got to this house, I call him almost every day, like every day, not almost every day. I call him when weekdays, 7 p.m., then weekends, 9 p.m. So now I talk to him anytime I want to talk to him. And sometimes when he lacks data, he calls for data. He calls anytime he wants to call to. He has stopped complaining about network, or he has stopped complaining about trying to reach me and not able to. So
that's good news. Amazing.
Yeah, I felt ghosted when I was not able to reach him when he was using the terrible network.
I'm so sorry about that. Thank God that's changed now. Mrs. Princess.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, I've been ghosted. Like Sasuke said, on my birthday, which was 1st January, and it's festive period, and yeah, I had to travel home, and you know how terrible networks are in some areas in the east, in villages, some villages. So like my network was terrible. Like of course on my birthday, I usually get birthday messages. I get a lot of on social media, text messages, WhatsApp. I get a lot of messages and calls also. So it was difficult for me to receive calls. It was difficult for me to get messages or even reply messages. So then I had 2 networks. So I was in this other network and then I couldn't get any message at all. I'm like, what the hell? This is my birthday, for crying out loud. How come I'm ghosted like this? Like I don't know what's happening around the world or outside. So I'm like, okay, since I have another network, which was Airtel, and that's like a true life story, which was Airtel. I'm like, okay, I can remove this Airtel and then put it on this other smartphone and see if I can get network. I did, and then boom. Like I had like 1,001 messages on my phone, and so I became happy again. So Airtel made my birthday fun for me.
That's good news, man. Happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Have any of you ever been ghosted because of lack of internet or poor internet connection before?
Okay.
Mrs. Nini.
Okay, as an entrepreneur, I chat with a couple and I need to send mails to a couple of factories outside Nigeria, and due to the time difference, if you don't get to reply on time, then they go to bed. And it's always, you need to balance it up. So most times when I felt ghosted because I send mails and I don't get a reply because maybe my internet is bad at that point. And during the lockdown, we used to watch movies, right? And the internet was so horrible, I was like, what the hell? So you basically would put the movie, put it on pause, and go for like 2 hours to have it load. And then when you press play, it's still getting stuck. And yes, so that was a problem for me. I'm connecting to people because now you're alone. I need to video call my mom and family. And due to the internet, it was a problem for me and I couldn't go out. So I really felt invisible and ghosted because I didn't know what was happening in the world. I didn't know if there was a crisis I didn't know about. So yeah, I felt ghosted because of lack of internet. Thank you.
Sad. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Miss Aaron.
Yeah, so same applies to me. We're just like, functioning humans, and like when you don't have, good internet or like, functioning internet or slow internet, I just felt like disconnected and just incomplete because, speaking to people and communicating via the internet or like carrying out functions on your apps and your softwares or whatever is like a part of your day, it's a part of your life. So like when that is removed, like a big part has been removed and it just feels like incomplete and disconnected. So
I do agree with that. You're right. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Have any of you ever been ghosted because of lack of internet or poor internet connection before?
Well, my idea of being ghosted has been ignored. And my day-to-day activities involves, making clothes, delivering clothes. Sometimes I do the delivery myself. And, there have been situations where I've been unable to, I've had poor internet. And I've been unable to subscribe to data or just issues entirely. And honestly, that resulted in not being able to reach my clients, or maybe, and there's been one specific incident where my client needed the dress that particular day. So in the morning I started making the outfit, and then next thing my data went off. And she was unable to reach me. For some reason she wasn't able to call me, and I wasn't able to call her as well. And that particular incident caused issues with that client, and she was a very good client. She was a paying client. So for that instance, or that particular instance, I lost my opportunity. I lost that wonderful client, which I'm sorry, and she never got back to me. And I guess, so yeah, I lost opportunities as a result. So I felt ghosted, which is being ignored. She wasn't ignoring, she wasn't answering my messages. She was off my whatever. She just ignored me. She didn't want me anymore. Sorry,
I'm sorry about that.
Maybe stand up now. No,
Miss.
Okay.
Miss Jackie.
So.
You want me to repeat the question, or you?
No, I think I got it.
Okay.
So I attempted to be in a distance relationship once, and obviously we only could communicate mostly via the internet because it was expensive making calls out and him calling me from there as well. Yeah. Also, we had a huge time difference. So we only could talk really at night because he was working during the day, and so I was always looking forward to talking to him at night. That particular week, for some reason, the network was just always so poor. So I started getting frustrated, and we were both very edgy, so we'd always argue on stuff. And then I came to Lagos. I live in Abuja, so I came to Lagos for a job. And that day, I got back to my hotel. I was tired, and I had a very terrible day, and I just wanted to talk to my man. And the internet was bad. The hotel did not have good internet, and all I could rely on was my mobile data. Yeah. And for some reason, it wasn't working. And his phone is always on silent, so if you don't call him, he won't know. If it's not like vibrating for a long time, he won't know his phone is ringing, so you have to usually call him. So I tried sending him messages like, babe, I can't reach you, call me. But I think he fell asleep and I couldn't reach him. And that night, I won't even cross my mind, I was like, she couldn't wait for me. I felt very abandoned and ghosted, and I felt like he could have tried to reach me anyhow. I don't know, I just felt that way. So yeah, because of the internet, we had a lot of issues, and yeah, I felt ghosted that particular night.
So sorry to hear that.
Thank you, Boma.
You're welcome. Miss Angel.
Okay. feel like I've had two instances where I felt ghosted. The first is, well, everybody knows that I'm a writer, so I kind of have like a writer's forum where I share my ideas before like penning them down. So there was a particular point in time where I couldn't like reach or connect or speak to people in my writer's forum because the network was bad at the specific location that I was, so that was a bit frustrating for me. My birthday is February 13th, and I wasn't in Nigeria for my birthday. I was in Dubai, and I don't think FaceTime works in Dubai. Yeah, FaceTime doesn't work in Dubai, so most of my family members couldn't reach me to tell me happy birthday. Most of them tried to call, but they couldn't get across to me. So yeah, I didn't feel like the love that I would have normally felt like if I was in Nigeria and everything. So yeah, that was a bit depressing, and I felt ghosted and out of touch with my family members. Yeah.
So sorry, yeah. Mr. Need.
Yeah, so I have experienced being ghosted. As a family man, we won this family 3-day getaway trip, and sadly we couldn't take our son with us on that trip because it was like a spouse trip, and yeah, it was out of town. So we had our helper back home with our son, and once we got out of town, getting to the location, we noticed that we're out of coverage, and that was like that 3 days was really tough for us because we had to like load WhatsApp messages of things to say to the helper and what to do. Then we had to like drive a little bit, into.
Must be frustrating.
Yeah, so once the WhatsApp went through and we were able to speak to her, we had to drive back and stuff. So we kept on doing that for like in the space of like every 4 hours and stuff. And that was really, really hard. So yes, I have experienced that.
Miss Lico Rose.
As a dancer and a social media influencer, also a content creator, I literally use the internet. Like, I'm the kind of media influencer that I don't like to go out every time, so I just stay in my comfort zone at home and watch movies online on Instagram or any social media platform because I literally work on social media. I wake up every morning, I'm always up all night, checking my comments, making research of what I need to create the next day and everything. So there was this particular time, because I have to like do a lot of bonds. I do the 120 gig. I'm supposed to last for like a month, sometimes last for like 6 days if I have to do a lot. I was at home on this Sunday and there was no one at home. My security usually have like Sunday for leave and all that. So I was supposed to post a video because me and my crew always post like by 6 p.m. I'll make sure we reply comments for like 1 hour. Then to like check our emails and see if we're getting like gigs and all of that. Like even though my dad calls me on WhatsApp, not regular calls. Because I barely buy airtime on my phone. I just buy data and whatever I want to do has to be on like on the internet and all that. So there was nobody around me. There was power. I was trying to post this video. It was not going.
Wow.
And we have to like when we start each other on our group, we're like, oh, that thing started like 5:59 on the dot. I got a message on my WhatsApp like, oh, we're posting this video at 6 p.m. and that was like 5:30. So I was still like stalling and all that. Like, okay, I'm going to post 5:59 because, my network, I use Airtel actually, it's fast and all that. So I posted it at 6 p.m. and it was just there. And I went to the kitchen, tried to cook something for myself. I came back, it was like 30 minutes ago and the video was just still there. Like, okay, let me try and reload. Okay, let me try and do something else. Or let me try and tell them on WhatsApp like, oh yeah, this is that. The message was not delivering. They could not reach me.
Wow, it must be sad.
Yeah, so I could not do anything for that. They had to wait till like 11 for my security to come back. And I had to use it. Because like my ST, you can't really get airtime anywhere. I could not call anybody to send me airtime and all that. So I had to wait for him to come back and okay, just turn on your Wi-Fi for me so I can post this video actually. Maybe tomorrow my network will be okay. So for that I felt ghosted because I'm like a social media person. That's my life, that's everything about me. So I felt invisible, like no one was seeing me. I was so curious about what's going on. Even though they're just going to upload on Instagram, let me know what's up. If anybody send me a message on my WhatsApp or do I get emails or someone trying to reach me, I was like, okay, I think this is the end. I could never see any movie on Netflix because my internet was not working. So I felt invisible, and no one was seeing me and no one cared about me, like really ghosted.
Wow, so sorry to hear. We need to pick this up. Miss Tega.
Okay, basically, I have been ghosted once, and it's the most painful ghostment I have ever been, because I lost orders worth hundreds of thousands, and it really got to me at the time. And because of the kind of business I do, I produce herbal tea, and you need to be on the internet, so like you don't know when the person is at your beck and call. So that particular order made me, you know, like I'm always like, okay, this is where I need to be at this particular time. This is what I need to do at this particular time. If I am low on airtime or data, I need to update. Whether the order comes or not, you just need to keep updating your data. You know, so yeah, I have been ghosted before, and it got to me. I felt very terrible. Very, very terrible.
So sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Least but not the last.
Yeah, I've been
Miss
ghosted
Mario.
before. On the other side of the world, obviously, services are quite great. So like Dubai, the UK, stuff like that. You don't really get slow service or like the internet not working. But like with my experience having to work for Emirates, like I was trading online, and I had a trading manager. So I had a lot of thousands of pounds on my account. But he tells me what to trade in and what to do. But I was on a really long flight to somewhere in America, I can't remember. But there are certain places, and we do have Wi-Fi on board. There are certain regions where you're flying over and like the Wi-Fi wouldn't work. But on this particular flight to America, like it was for so many hours, and obviously he was messaging me saying I had to like change certain some of my sticks and stuff, and I didn't get any messages, and I knew, because I was looking at the time, and I knew I had to do stuff. I was forgetting the Wi-Fi, trying to log back in. I tried so many, and I was getting irritated at work because it was getting to me. So yeah, I even got in trouble with one of my seniors on board because I was so rude, because it was obviously affecting me as a person. By the time we landed, I lost a lot of money. So yeah, I felt like depressed, sad. But yeah, that's, I don't know if to call that ghosting, but that happened.
I'm glad that's all in the past now. On mine, quickly, I was driving, and usually I don't know, like, because in Lagos it's easy for you to just get into trouble, like wrong turn, and for me I just used the Google Maps, and there was no internet, so I was stuck driving around, you know, in the dark. I had serious problems. I felt like I was just lost. Terrible experience. So second question, quickly, we're gonna do this real quick. What's your first reaction when you don't have internet connection?
Shit. One time I saw no service, I was like, my brother was like, Oscar. I call him brother, but he's really my very best friend. So Oscar, what the fuck happened to the network, man? What's going on? And I just returned from America. I was losing my fucking mind.
Yeah, you quickly, what's your first reaction when you don't have internet connection?
It's actually really, really frustrating. Like, sometimes I get to like use my PC and I'm researching stuff, and then all of a sudden it's not working, and I'm all everywhere. You know, I start like walking around, like going around. Sometimes if I'm with my phone, I like leave my house, go to somewhere else, and it's just really, it's chaos in my head. So it's frustrating and chaos. Yes.
First reaction.
Because I was supposed to upload one of my episodes one time. And my battery was low, there was no network. I had to go around my area like 7 times with the power bank, and I was literally working on the network. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah. First reaction.
Disgusting. What is my life without data? Nothing.
Absolutely.
My first reaction is ghost. What's it called? Stone Age mode activated. My phone becomes plastic all of a sudden, and there's nothing that is useful for. Thank you.
Okay, so my first reaction is being furious, because I feel like every time is passing by, I'm losing money.
I understand you, man. Same field, same problem.
Well, my first reaction is I feel heartbroken because I feel my phone is useless now.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
First reaction. What's my son? Who they do it after this network? And the thing just goes. You understand? And I'm dropping that phone, I'm doing the thing footwork, you understand? But who they do it definitely comes in first.
First reaction.
I'm like, fuck, I just get mad. I turn it off. I mostly turn it off every single time to see if I can reset it, to see if network will come back.
I would like to see you be mad. I've never seen that before. First reaction.
Upset.
Nah.
I'm upset, basically confused, always switching on, resetting and all that. So yeah, confusing.
First reaction.
I felt lost. I'll be like, this why I don't get that. What if people they run? How I want to take no? So I felt lost, like what's going on? I was always confused.
First reaction.
Yeah, I feel lost, and I feel like what's happening. I'm always switching off and switching on my phone to know what's happening, and basically I feel lost.
First reaction.
Piss me off. So if I'm about to eat and the internet is bad, I automatically lost my appetite because usually you have stuff to do. So it puts me in a bad, frustrating mood.
Understandable. First reaction.
Yeah, frustrated, which I express with extreme anger. Very, very angry. And then I go for my sister who saved my life. So
Sweet. First reaction.
Well, normally my first reaction is frustration, but let me tell you, there was this particular time I was panic, and that was when I had to submit my video. So yes, I submitted my video 11:59. Well,
Yeah.
it went through 11:59, so I would have not been here.
Destiny can never be denied. First reaction.
Frustration.
desperation. I might become like a junkie for drugs. So I'm literally desperate for, like, I could probably steal someone's phone to just use the internet when I don't have mine. So.
You're not alone. First reaction.
The first thing that I do is put my phone on airplane mode and put it off airplane mode to see what happens. But it's mostly frustration and panic that I feel whenever my phone is, my data isn't working, sorry man.
I can relate. First reaction.
I'm always confused after I play mode and everything. For some reason, I buy more airtime or more data trying to put on all that. So it's cool.
Yeah. First reaction.
For me, it's always like a rejection. Like I'm just shut out of the world because there's no data, there's no internet. It's like I'm not living.
Absolutely. You're right. First reaction.
First reaction, I'm always like, shit. And the next thing I just start pacing and that's it for me.
First reaction.
Yeah, basically like just frustration, like you just start getting, I guess like like a junkie. I need it. Come on, like I start talking to my phone. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know.
Get behind me, devil. Okay. Did you first reaction? Damn. I feel like when that happens, I just feel like I've lost all the jobs in the world. Like I need my phone to get on castings, callbacks, everything. So when I don't have my phone, it's like, damn, what am I doing here, man? Let me just go. Did you enjoy the Ghost Ad?
Oh yeah, I did. I enjoyed the Ghost Ad perfectly.
What was your favorite? Like, what did you enjoy the most about the ad?
Well, the lady, she was gorgeous though. She walked into the room, but then everybody walked out. So it was a cool part. But then, and at the end of the day, she finally found data.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. So yeah.
Mr. Yaris.
Yes, question again, please.
Like, did you enjoy the Ghost Ad?
Here.
No, the Ghost Ad.
Oh yeah, the Ghost Ad. Yeah, I did.
What did you enjoy the most?
One thing I learned is just how it feels to be lost in a world where you see people every day, and just those minor things like someone saying hello to you at the door, or you going to your office and everybody looking at you like, hey, how's your day? And those things are very important, and when you don't feel them, you feel like so invisible and alone. So that's something I took out of it.
Sure. Mr. Sami.
Yeah, I did. I did.
What did you enjoy the most? What was your favorite part?
Okay, upstairs when we're playing a game.
No.
Oh, this?
Yeah,
I was
sad.
Okay, the fact that she was all alone was, I was bad. I said no. Even ignored her date man, and every other thing was crazy. In fact, okay, her office, when she came in and left,
yeah.
He
was laughing, right? Did you enjoy
Yes, I
the
enjoyed the Ghost
What was
Ad.
your
I
favorite?
mean, it was the gate
part?
scene for me. He did not hear a car horn, seriously. But he heard the other car. It was almost like the same car, just different colors.
Such is life.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the ad, but mostly because it was really realistic. You know, that second scene where she was in the middle of two people greeting each other is something I always do. Like sometimes people are trying to shake each other, and I'm like, and then it's on my hand, it's the other person's hand. Yeah. So it was a really artistic thing for me, so I enjoyed the ad a lot.
Okay.
I read the ghost ad. It was quite creative. Especially the part where she went, I think she went to work and the security man was like, she was trying to build the security man and the guy couldn't see her. Like, what's up? But it was quite creative and it helped us understand how depressing and how sad and how lonely you can be with the internet and how interesting you can be when you're not connected to people.
True. Mr. Yusuf.
Well, definitely I enjoyed the video because it sends a lot of message and there's a lot of setback in life and a lot of challenges in life you see on a daily basis. But what you have to do is to put yourself and have this mindset that you're going to succeed. So you see a lot of setbacks, but you have to just be strong. So it's a really good message.
I agree with that. Mr. Whitemore.
Yeah, I enjoyed it basically, especially the end. It shows that shows that after every hustle and bustle and everything, you get to come back home to your family, and they're always there to welcome you because the husband was there at home to welcome her. And also, it tells a short story of treat people the way you want to be treated. You understand? Yeah. It plays out itself there. Self-expression.
At the end of the time. Mr. Crow.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the ad. I had two favorite. First was in the beginning. I enjoyed how Alan Torre. It was very nice. And second was the fact that she never gave up. She kept on trying her best to see how
she stood her ground.
She stood up. Perfect. She stood her ground.
Yes, I did. I enjoyed the ghost ad. My favorite part was where she went up the roof and she was screaming, and that is very realistic. You know, when you lose network, you lose data, you feel all alone and you feel like nobody hears your voice. So true, it was quite realistic.
Yes, I enjoyed the ad, especially the part, like you said, where she screamed from the roof, because I would do same. I'll be like, can anybody see me or can anybody hear me? Okay, so I don't know if I'll say I enjoyed it because I was actually feeling for the lady. I actually felt for her all through, so I don't know if I say I enjoyed it, but I was feeling for the lady because I can relate and understand what she was passing through.
So what was your favorite part?
Oh, okay. My favorite part was when she came home to the husband.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
Okay, I enjoyed the ad because I thought it was relatable because Saga was basically invisible to me, and then he paid me a compliment and I ignored him and I saw the frustration in his face and he looked really sad, and it was the same frustration she had when she was on top of the mirror that is like being frustrated and just like, can anybody see me? Yeah, that was it for me.
Yes, enjoying the ghost ad because I was basically the woman in the house, because like every time I went upstairs to the game room, everybody dispersed and just like ran away from me, and I was like, damn, am I smelling? So yeah, I can relate.
That's impossible. You can never
I definitely enjoyed the ghost ad, and my favorite part was where she was speaking to the security man and he ignored her and she just, then like that opened the door and went right through. Easy.
I enjoyed the ad as well. I think it was a true representation of being ghosted, and I like that they touched on different aspects of life, love, career, just general, and everything. My favorite part was the ending because I could see the relief in her face when she was able to connect, and it just shows the importance of connections and all that.
Yeah. Miss Angel.
Not so many.
Yeah, I enjoyed the ad. My favorite parts of the ad were when she was on the roof and she looked frustrated, and that's mostly how most people react when they don't have like good data connection. And I also like that eventually she figured it out, which is mostly what life is about, like figuring it out at the end of everything.
Amazing. Mr. Nee.
Yeah, I enjoyed the ghost ads. It just shows how powerful networking is in the world of today. It shows that you really don't have to do much to connect with people. You can be in a particular place and achieve everything you want to achieve. She went through the hassle of security, gateman, and workplace, but at the same time, you can be in the room and make your connection really quick.
Great. Ms. Lisa.
I enjoyed the ghost ad because I could like put my own meanings to it. You know, when she woke up and she would send hi to her husband, it was like you waking up and trying to reach out to your loved ones, like good morning, you don't get a reply. Then you're trying to log into a particular app or something and it's not loading, or you're trying to Google something and it keeps like reloading it, and you're with someone and the person just come and they just do their phone like this and thing just load and you're still there doing like this. And the point where the meeting part, I just feel like, maybe you're like on WhatsApp going to have like discussion and you can see people messages, and when you're about to you type here and you press send and it's like everything just stopped, nobody's saying anything. And at the ending, you're like, I'm here, I'm not invisible, can anybody hear me? And so I'm like, what's going on? So I could relate with it, feeling ghosted and all. And my best part was the beginning when she said good morning to us, because that can really spoil your day. You start thinking, did we have the call last night? Why is it not replying? Has it delivered or whatever? So I enjoyed the ghost art.
Amazing. Mrs. Taylor.
Basically, I enjoyed the ghost art, and it's completely relatable. I loved the scene where herself and her security, you pay your salary next month yourself. I'm honking and then you're just sitting and pressing your phone of all things, and then I love the part where the meeting scene, I legit saw Irene. Irene's character in that scene, she was so frustrated, and I also love the when she came back home and met the husband, nothing really happened. You're acting like nothing happened, but I loved the fact that it came back together and all that. So
amazing. Miss Maria.
Yeah, I enjoyed the ghost art because it was very the content was just the message. The message was delivered perfectly well just by watching it. My favourite part was the roof part, because basically that's the real feeling you get, you just, what the hell. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I did enjoy the ghost art myself, but my favorite part was when she came back home to the husband and everything went back smoothly. At the end of the tunnel, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, especially when you know how to stand your ground, And so the least but not the last, can you come up with a sequel to it?
Can I come up with a sequel?
The last question, yeah. Can you come